Hey guys, Happy New Year. I cannot believe that I haven't seen you guys since last year. So, as you can tell by the title, this is going to be a series. This is part one of teaching my horse how to pull a sled. Now, there's a few reasons I want to do this. One is because our neighbors have grandkids and they like to have their dogs pull a sled. I kind of want her to be used to the noise of the sled hitting the gravel or the low snow before it gets really deep. The other reason is I think it'd be really fun. It'd be something fun to do on a windy day when I don't want to ride, but I still want to go do something with her and get her exercised, and we can go on a walk, trot, or canter. And then the third reason is moving hay. In the winter, it's really hard to move hay in a wheelbarrow. When I get her trained, I could just put 2 or 3 bales on my sled at once and make a couple trips. She gets exercised, she gets worked with a little bit, and they get their hay brought over. I don't rush with Kamani, if you guys haven't noticed. I'd love to be riding her right now. It's just the wind is so bad, the weather is so bad, and it's just like I want to do something with her where I'm working her, but something that I can go out there and do for 5, 10, 15 minutes and not have to be out there for a long period of time. And let's get into the first part. Okay, so I brought her up to it and she didn't spook or anything. What I actually did was tied her up, brought this in, and then brought her right out. So I just wanted to smell it and investigate it. And I don't know, she smells it for a good 5 minutes. Like, I did not leave all that in because it was just like 5 minutes straight of her smelling it. And you can just see by her tail how windy it is. And I sped this up. But she was very interested in smelling it. So when she smelled it and showed interest and wasn't freaking out, I just allowed her to walk away a little bit. And then I kind of pushed her over to where it would be directly behind her. She did really good with that. But then here she kind of pawed on it. This is my mom's. I don't want her destroying it. So I backed her up and said, nope. So after that, I just picked it up and we did this. I just kind of dragged it and gave her some rope if she wanted to stay back or move away. She had the space to. I kind of ran, made it bounce, make some noise. As you can see, she doesn't care. Same thing on this side, except she's never led that great on this side, so that's all this is. She's not afraid of it. So here, I kind of threw the rope over her and asked her to stand there, which is her cue to stand there. And I just wanted to see what she'd do if I moved it behind her. And I'm actually a good 10 feet away. It's zoomed in, so it looks like it's closer. And as I go to walk away, she spooks a little bit, so I just went back and did it again. So I'm just kind of preparing her, seeing if there's any particular thing we need to work on right away. Right there, she tried to walk past me, so I just kind of threw my arm up. And I'm just kind of rocking it, and watch her front feet. When it moves forward, she takes a step in the direction it moves. It's so funny because she's got such a loose rein. And she's like, okay, I'll move with it. But I don't know. She looks like she's going to be pretty easy to train with it, but this is all in front of her and beside her and not behind her, so we'll get to that part when we get to that part. I love this here. I'm sitting down and just seeing what she thinks about me being down there. She's licking and chewing a little bit there. And I pull her closer and let her smell and investigate. I rock it and I bounce on it, make it make some noise. I move it forward a little bit. And I love how she's just smelling me the whole time. Like, Mom, what are you doing down there? And she's smelling it. She's doing a lot better than I thought she would. I thought she'd be a little bit more spookier because Kamani can be very unsure about new things. You guys have seen in my other videos how unsure she is of other objects. So I honestly thought she'd be a little bit more spooked. But I'm pretty happy she's not. She's just kind of going to sleep. I'm talking to her, giving her kisses, and she's just smelling me. Being a sweetie. She didn't have a problem with me sitting down. She didn't have a problem with me getting up. Rocking on it, pulling it. So here, I kind of asked her to stand, and I just very lightly pushed it into the back of her leg, because I know it's going to hit her back of her legs every once in a while. So, right there, it's not touching her, but I just kept kind of doing that until she stopped moving, and right there, it's not touching her, but here it is. I just kind of bumped her a little bit and she didn't react, so I let her walk off. So I just kept following her until she stood and did that, but that was a good 10-minute session. So here you can see that raised head. That's her asking if she can rear. So I'm okay with her wanting to wear and play because it's a nasty day. So right here I stop her and just ask her to wear it a couple times. I don't always let her wear right away when she asks. Sometimes I won't even let her at all. But it's a windy day, like right there I wasn't even asking her. I was asking her to speed up and she decided to wear, so I just applied some pressure to her butt with the rope and pushed her forward. So I don't always let them wear when they ask. Sometimes I'll completely ignore that they even asked because I don't want them to think that they need to wear it every single time. Right there she weared, so I just backed her up. So the whole part of what I'm doing right here is I just wanted to see what she would do if it wasn't moving and she was moving around it, and she did pretty good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in part 2.